In the shadowed heart of the city, where forgotten things and forgotten people often converge, there lay a thrift store. This store, crammed between the decaying remnants of once grand buildings, was a haven for items cast aside by the world. Among these relics was a jacket, seemingly ordinary, yet cloaked in an aura of subtle dread. The jacket, made of worn leather with frayed edges, had lingered unsold for months. Its presence seemed to cast a pall over the store, and customers would inexplicably avoid it, as if guided by an unseen hand. Frustrated, the store owner finally discarded it, tossing it into the trash can behind the shop as a storm began to brew in the night sky. That very evening, as the city was lashed by rain and howling winds, a figure emerged from the shadows. Lucas, a homeless man seeking shelter from the tempest, stumbled upon the jacket. Driven by the cold, he retrieved it, unaware of its sinister nature. The jacket felt unnaturally warm as he slipped it on, its leather clinging to him like a second skin. Almost immediately, Lucas felt an eerie sense of empowerment. The world around him seemed sharper, more vivid. However, this newfound clarity came with an insidious whisper, a voice that wasn't his own, murmuring dark thoughts and desires into his mind. Under the jacket's influence, Lucas found himself wandering the streets at night, driven by urges he couldn't understand. Each morning, he'd wake in a daze, with no memory of his nocturnal escapades. But the city felt the jacket's presence. Pets disappeared, mysterious shadows were seen flitting through the streets, and an air of unease settled over the neighborhood. Lucas's transformation didn't go unnoticed. People began to whisper about the once harmless man, now often seen lurking in the dark, his eyes gleaming with an uncharacteristic malevolence. The jacket, battered and unremarkable, seemed to blend into the night, its true nature hidden beneath a facade of tattered leather. The climax of the jacket's terror came one fateful night. Lucas, under its spell, found himself outside a house on the edge of the city. The jacket urged him on, its whispers now thunderous roars in his mind. But as he poised to act on its commands, a flicker of his own consciousness surged. In a moment of lucidity, Lucas fought the jacket's control, struggling to reclaim his own will. The battle of wills was witnessed by a passerby, who saw only a man in a frenzied struggle with himself. The police were called, and Lucas was apprehended, still wearing the cursed jacket. He raved about the jacket's malevolence, but his words were dismissed as the ramblings of a disturbed mind. To the world, it was just a jacket, battered and worn, nothing more. Lucas was placed in a mental hospital, his pleas about the jacket falling on deaf ears. The jacket itself was removed and, deemed unremarkable, was discarded yet again. Unbeknownst to all, it lay waiting, its malevolent presence undiminished, ready for its next victim. As Lucas sat in his sterile hospital room, the memories of what he had done or what had been done through him, were mercifully lost, like tears in rain. But somewhere in the city, the jacket lay in wait, its threadbare surface concealing a darkness that yearned to walk the streets once more.